Warning: the following podcast is intended to be funny and may contain content not suitable for some viewers. Most commentary, characters, and scenarios are purely satirical and should not be taken as factual or serious. Any resemblance to real people, events, or situations is coincidental and unintentional.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sewerboys Podcast. This is episode 5. We are back in the virtual realm for this week's episode as I am currently on house arrest. As you can see, Matt could not join us today as he has been recruited by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to help complete the shutdown of the Department of Education. With that said, I'm your host Vinny, and I'm joined by Tucker.
You guys gonna buy that new Kanye shirt?
And Jake.
Wow. Welcome back to the podcast. This may be the last one.
We say that every week, and they haven't shut us down yet. Although Elon's coming, I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Doge is approaching over the hill.
We are receiving millions of dollars in USAID funding. We tell them that we build wells, and they give us money to build those wells. And they don't really check if you build the wells. You just have to say that you're building the wells, and they give you the money. So that, yeah, Elon's probably coming for us. Him and his league of evil Zoomers, they're coming. Mm-hmm. So how we doing, boys? This is a little inside baseball. This is the second time that we've recorded episode 5 because the first one got garbled.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to address that or not, or just play it off.
I thought we should, Yeah,
I was a bit distraught when I heard the audio.
Yeah. Well, you sent it to me, and I was so confused. I was like, "Why is Matt happening twice?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just desynced." That was not the case.
No.
Every contingency failed.
Yeah.
It's gone, and
I threw like a ton of filters on it. It was fucked. I tried to like put it through some AI stuff. I was like, maybe I could just make an AI like recreate Matt's voice and then get a script from the video and then run that whole AI through it. But then I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it would be funny if we made Matt ADR all his everything that he said in the episode. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll save that stuff for in the future and make him ADR it as
we discussed before the podcast that for the first 30 minutes I had recorded my desktop audio. Are we sure that wasn't the case? Was it just
No, it was just
his
Matt
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just Matt.
Good. I want to make sure I didn't fuck up and it was in fact Matt.
Yeah, no, it's Matt's fault. But shout out Matt. We miss him. And it sucks that he couldn't be here for this second take of episode 5. But Tucker's here.
Tear down those schools, Matt.
Tear down those schools. Get rid of them. Every school should be an iPad, and that's what I believe. Guys, I have a story that happened to me today, and so it requires some setup. This happened to me maybe 30 minutes before we started recording. I was actually freaking out because I was like, this is going to make me late. So I have a package. I got a package today, as I typically do. I get packages most days, because I have an online shopping addiction. But so how it works in my building, I live in an apartment building, and the mailroom is not, we don't have access to the mailroom, or the package room, I should say. So whenever you get a package, it has to be checked into the system. And you have to be granted access to the package. They get it for you. They hand it to you, and they take a picture of you with an iPad. It's intense. It's intense stuff. No package theft happening in my building. But there's this guy that works in my building, and he works at the front desk. He's also a resident. I always see him when I'm doing laundry, and it's uncomfortable. But I refer to him as the hand man because for the last several months, he's had his hand in a cast inside of a plastic bag. And he doesn't just have the cast. He's always got a Walmart bag on that shit. And he'll still like grab at stuff through the bag. So he'll I can't really, it's an audio format, but he's always kind of like it's almost like a mouth if a mouth was a hand, you know?
He's got like a claw going.
It's kind of a claw situation. He's got all his fingers. And I think it's healing. I think he's since got the cast off. But in my heart, he'll always be the handman. Yeah. Anyways, I get the notification I have a package there. I go down to get it. 30 minutes before we start this, I'm like, I'm going to grab this real quick because I'm not going to have time later, and I just want to get it now. Because it came yesterday, and I already didn't grab it. I go up to the front desk, and who is working but my best friend, the handman. The handman's probably like 40, 50 years old. I don't know. He looks like he's maybe been to war at some point, but he's not like that old. But he's aged by time. He's been ravaged by time, certainly. Yeah. And so I look him in the eyes, and I say, I have a package here. I have to pick up a package. And he says, he looks me in the eyes, and there's no one else there besides the other lady working the front desk. And he says, okay, what's your apartment number? I tell him my apartment number. He gets up. He walks into the package room. Okay. So I'm standing there, and I'm waiting. 2 minutes go by. 5 minutes go by, and he has not come back from the package room. About 5 minutes goes by. He comes back out. He gets a rolly chair, and he pushes it into the package room. I'm like, okay, it must be high up. I wish he would have just asked me to get it because I don't want him to fall and break his hand again. Yeah. I have to assume it was a rolling chair related incident the first time.
Must have been.
Yeah. So he pushes the chair in, and he's in there for another 5 minutes. And so I sit down because I'm like, I'm tired of standing. So I sit down, and the other lady at the front desk eventually like looks at me, and I make eye contact with her, sort of a desperate eye contact. And I'm like, and she's like, do you need something? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to say it without being an asshole. And I'm just like, I'm picking up a package. I told that guy, I don't know if he's having trouble finding it or, and the handman comes back out, and she's like, he needs to pick up a package. And this man walks up to me, and he says, okay, what's your apartment number? And I felt like I had fucking lost my mind. I was like, this guy's in a fucking fugue state? What's happening? And I was just so distraught by that. And then I got my package, and I was like, I was just so taken aback by that. We had a whole interaction, and he just, and nothing else was happening. He just walked into that room. And it's
you have to wonder why he took the chair in there.
I don't know. I thought the chair was part of it.
He might have been like expelling a demon from the mailroom or something.
I don't. Yeah, maybe there was some sort of creature inside of the mailroom that he's afraid of. Maybe the floor was lava. I don't know. But yeah, that really fucked me up. I was just like, do we need to get this guy help? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, is he okay? Like, wellness check on the handman. But yeah, so that's my story. I know it's kind of mundane, but I was just like, damn. What's going on with you, man?
For sure. That's you should check in on him. And I really want to know what happened to his hand the first time around.
I know. I'm like, did it get mangled in like a bowling alley machine or something?
That it was either a rolling chair or he was bowling and he made a terrible mistake.
Or he was carrying something, tripped on the sidewalk, and his hands went on the street, and just a car ran over his hands like a cartoon. He picked them up, and they were like pulsating.
Maybe he had a run in with Jigsaw. Maybe he didn't cherish his hand.
Yeah, he smoked weed once, so he had to, he had to fucking they destroyed his hands.
Bubble gum when he was 5.
You're never going to be able to put anything in your mouth again.
No more food for you.
You're going to have to eat with your mouth, but no hands.
You'll have to eat like a dog.
You'll eat like a dog for the rest of your life if you want to live.
You're not going to want the munchies again, buddy.
I've buried a key inside of your hand. You got to get in there.
So that's the hand, man. I miss him.
I do too. I'm very excited we get a new Saw movie this year. That's another reason to stay alive.
And Saw 10 rocked. So
Saw 10 was fucking awesome. We saw it in Dolby. It was a great time.
Suicide
Postponed. It's in my top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't kill myself. Yeah, I got to see what Jigsaw gets up to.
What's he doing this time?
I hope in the new movie there's like Suicide by Cop. I hope there's like Suicide by Jigsaw. Like someone's really obsessed with the Jigsaw killer and they want to be in the traps.
That's kind of an unexplored avenue for the Saw franchise. I'm
there hasn't been like there's been like copycat killers, but there hasn't been like a mega fan. You know?
Yeah, well, they killed the guy in the third movie.
Wait, who done?
They killed Jigsaw in the third movie, so they had to kind of backtrack.
Well,
that's true. But like somebody who's like obsessed with solving puzzles, like the movie opens, they have like a 1,000 piece puzzle.
They kind of
Paris, and they're like, "This isn't enough. I need to track down Jigsaw."
Someone could be obsessed with Chris Rock's character.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, I was gonna say that there in that movie there is like, isn't the bad guy in that shitty? Is that Saw 9? Is that the 9th one?
Spiral.
Like the killer in that one is like kind of like a Jigsaw fan, I think, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but they hate cops or something. But they are a cop.
That movie.
Oh, so we should have a super fan that loves cops.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Makes
Pro
it
cop
different.
super fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Blue
my-
Line super fan.
That's my Snapchat handle. Man, shout out Jigsaw. I'm excited to see what Hoffman gets up to. I love Detective Hoffman and his big fucking lips. I love him. I love those chunky lips on that man.
Straight up. I thought he died at the end. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No, well, he does die in 7, I think, but in Saw 10, he shows up at the end because Saw 10 takes place in between Saw 1 and
because he
Saw
goes
2.
to Mexico.
Yeah,
That might
yeah.
be. Well, that's a prequel.
Yeah. Well, not a prequel. A prequel to 2.
Wait, didn't he die in the glass coffin? Isn't this
No,
the guy?
he survives the glass coffin. The other guy dies in the glass coffin.
the other guy that looks like just like him. They look very
Strom,
similar.
I think his name is.
Yeah,
Strom, Detective
Strom.
Strom. Yeah,
that
because
was confusing when I was 11 watching that movie because I was like,
well, those
these are the
guys
same
look
person.
exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
They're so hard to tell apart. You were watching Saw at 11? That's so funny.
Yeah, I watched the first Saw movie. I think my mom was watching it in her bedroom. My dad was at work.
Oh my god.
And I think I like went in, like sat on my mom's bed, and we watched Saw together.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
we always watched horror movies together. I remember like coming home from trick or treating and watching Child's Play with her. So. Yeah.
My mom hates horror. I mean, we used to watch Star Wars together on VHS, and she'd always fast forward through the scene in Empire where Han Solo gets tortured. And I'd still be a little bit afraid because you could still see the picture as it was going by, and I was like, "What are they doing to Han? What are they fucking doing to Han?"
Me and Fast and Furious. What are they doing to Han? My
What are they
boy.
doing to- Wait, who's Han in Fast and Furious? I don't know that character.
Yes.
I don't know. Paul Walker?
No, Han's the guy. He shows up in Tokyo Drift, and then he shows up later in 5 or 6. And he's married to Gal Gadot, but Gal Gadot gets hit up by a plane or something. And then,
shit. Shout out.
then they kill Han, but he comes back from the dead in the new one.
Oh. Oh my god.
And now Gal Gadot's in fucking the Arctic.
Yeah. Have they done submarines yet in Fast and Furious? I feel like that's
yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's what Gal Gadot comes out of in the Arctic.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
What avenue have they not explored in Fast? Because they've done space, they've done planes, they've done submarines, and they've done cars. They
People
have
have
to
been,
time travel.
They've been teasing, and people have been predicting that they're going to do a crossover with Jurassic World, which the new movie comes out this year. So maybe we'll see a little tie-in.
Yeah,
no
that'd be
fucking
sick.
way, dude.
You know, I'm fucking into it. I haven't seen a Fast and Furious movie since Tokyo Drift.
Have
Dude,
you seen
you gotta
the-
watch them. They're so good.
dude.
They're so good.
I've seen Fast 8 and Fast 9, 2 of the craziest fucking movies I've ever seen.
I remember seeing the trailer for Fast 9 they had the like vine swing car. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no fucking
Yeah.
way.
Well, they send
This looks
Ludacris
crazy.
to space in a car, which is
Yeah.
so sick.
And they bring
That is
back
one of my favorite movies in film history.
They bring back the Tokyo Drift characters in 9.
Yeah, to build this space car.
Yeah.
And X is fucking crazy. And X leaves off of the fucking cliffhanger.
Well, it's
Yeah,
a
so they can bring
two-parter, right?
dinosaurs
It's
It's
gonna.
a 2 or a 3-parter, I think.
Got you.
They haven't decided yet.
You know what they should do? They should call the second one Fast Double X, and then they should call the third one Fast XXX.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
And then they cross over with Xander Cage.
Yeah, the re-return of Xander Cage.
Yeah.
And it's just Vin Diesel looking at himself. Yeah.
He's
That'd
like,
be so
hey,
sick.
you're me. How does
That's-
Vin Diesel talk?
And then Groot comes down and he says, I am Groot. And then
I
you
am
come or
Groot.
something.
Those are the crossovers they should go for. Just other Vin Diesel movies, like
Yeah.
Fast and
Viniverse.
Furious, The Witch Hunter or whatever. Remember The Witch Hunter?
What is he in Riddick or is that somebody else?
Oh yeah, he's Riddick.
Yeah, he's a Riddick.
Okay, yeah, he is
You could
Riddick.
also do like Bloodshot.
Oh,
Little,
true. I forgot about Bloodshot.
Little,
What's that movie that he does where there's a little kid in it? It's
Iron
like it's like a
Giant.
kid's no,
the
not that one.
pacifier.
The pacifier. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Shout out Vin Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get him on the pod one day.
I had a coworker who used to call me Diesel because of Vin Diesel. It felt like maybe the weirdest nickname I've ever had.
Well, your name is Vin.
Yeah, but it was odd to me. I was like, I'm not a Diesel.
Also, isn't he canceled? Nobody talks about it, but I'm pretty sure he allegedly
What did he do?
A bunch of bad stuff. He did some stuff with a girl in a hotel room, I think.
Oh. Have you guys heard about Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity, hosted by Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs? Can you look this up?
Yeah.
I watched it. I watched an episode of it last night because, as you know, I've been watching Pop Culture Jeopardy, and
of course,
I'm all caught up on PCJ. And I was hanging out with my roommate, and I was like, damn, I want to watch some more TV. I don't want to go to bed yet. I stayed up for another 5 hours, but whatever. So we put on this fucking show, Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity, hosted by Travis Kelce. It takes them 45 minutes to get through 10 questions. And they're all so easy.
Because he has CTE.
Yeah. The $100,000 question, I shit you not, was finish the quote by Edgar Allan Poe. Quoth the Raven. How does that quote end?
Nevermore.
Yeah, that was the $100,000 question. And this guy didn't even win the $100,000 because he decided to stop. He was like, well, I don't know anything about literature. But Nikki Glaser was there, and Nikki Glaser was like, you should do it. She was like really peer pressuring the guy. But he had already won $50,000 and 2 hoverboards. And that's another, well, it's a Prime original. And in all the Prime, so PCJ is also a Prime original. And in all the Prime original game shows, the hosts are constantly shouting out Amazon. Colin Jost shouts out Amazon Prime as like a bit, but not a bit, every fucking episode. Like, there are specific categories in Pop Culture Jeopardy that are about Amazon TV shows.
Yeah, that makes sense for Amazon, though.
Yeah, like, I'm looking at some of the questions. 4th grade mythology is, what is the name of King Arthur's legendary magic sword?
Excalibur.
Are you kidding me? 4th grade question?
No, it's like so. I'm like, oh no. Well, the American population has got a lot dumber since Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader was on TV, I think. It was pathetic. It was like pitiful. It was like, what vitamin do you need to not get scurvy? Vitamin C.
5th grade science question. What color is an orange?
Literally. And then there was a 1st grade question, and it was the hardest one. It wasn't that hard, but my roommate was throwing me off. But it was what is a human? Are they a vertebrate or an invertebrate?
Vertebrate.
That's vertebrate.
Correct. But they really struggle with that one on the program.
Mm-hmm.
They were
I
like,
just think like I have a spine.
Yeah, because vertebrate means you have a spine. But that was like a 1st grade question, and I was like, I don't think a 1st grader would know that.
Well, that's different, yeah.
What are
bugs?
bugs? Know that. What are they invertebrates?
They're invertebrates, yeah.
Okay, because it's inside out. You flip it.
Oh, because they have the exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just guts in there. They don't have a spine.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're ooze.
Because a vertebrate is like a link in a spine, right? Like one of those pieces.
Yeah, but also like a jellyfish is an invertebrate, but it has no bones.
Yeah, well, bugs don't have bones either, Jake.
They do on the outside.
No, it's an exoskeleton. That's different. That's not bones. That's not bones.
Exoskeleton.
Oh, shit. You've got me there. You got me there.
Shit,
This podcast's getting Kafka-esque.
No doubt. Makes you feel like a bug. That's one of my favorite lines from a Cronenberg movie is in Naked Lunch. They're like talking about drugs because it's based on a Burroughs novel. I'm sure he aped this from Burroughs, but it was like this lady's like she's got this drug and she's like, it's a Kafka high, makes you feel like a bug. And I really like that because that's all I know about Kafka is the bug thing. And that
I would love to get metamorphosed for a day
into what into
a cockroach.
Yeah.
Just
so scary,
to know what it was like, just for a day.
Yeah, honestly, I would like to live as a bug for a day just to kind of understand what they go through.
You are a big bug, though.
Yeah, I'm a fucking. Oh,
You're your size. You're a big bug.
Oh, I'm a bigger than normal bug. I'm a fat bug.
You're you.
But
so
a bug.
your size, but you're a bug. Have you guys not read Metamorphosis?
No, I know that he becomes a.
I know, but have you
bug.
read it? Because I like it. I like it when I have read something that you guys haven't, because I read so little.
Yeah. Well,
when did you read the Metamorphosis?
No, David, no.
I read the Metamorphosis.
Bad David. Yeah,
Wait,
that's what I fucking thought. Yeah, children's book, Bad David, or whatever the fuck it's called. No,
what
David,
no. What are you talking about, man?
Look that shit up, Bad David. Bad David. See
There's
this
not
shit?
a book called Bad David.
Well, there's this book called No David.
Oh,
and then
I see it.
There's this book called David Goes to School, and then there's Oops David, and then we got David Gets in Trouble because he's a bad little guy. We got Sit Down David.
Oh my god.
That this instant doesn't have David in the title. Oh, I'm blurry. I'm back.
No David book series. Let's see how many of these books there are.
There's so many. See, Tucker, see how that spins around? You haven't read this dumb children's book, but I have. Do I feel smarter than you?
This looks familiar to me, actually.
Oh, there's It's Christmas, David. David Smells.
Have you read the Black Lagoon series?
They're gonna say, have you read the Black David?
Yeah.
No, Jake, can I have one win, please?
Have you guys read Artemis Fowl?
Yes.
No.
Shout out Artemis Fowl for real. I used to fucking love those books.
Oh man, that's lost media from the last podcast we tried to record. We talked a lot about Artemis Fowl.
I read the Metamorphosis in like 9th grade, I think.
Was it like an assignment?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like Jake is eating out of a bowl right now. I know he's blowing his nose, but it does.
I'm blowing my nose off camera.
Jake
no,
goes
I
dog
appreciate
mode.
it. But like,
it's
what
like
if you
chocolate rain but blowing your nose?
Oh, I move away from the mic to blow my nose.
Yeah.
What's Tezonde up to? Somebody get. You think Tezonde would come on our podcast?
Let's see.
Probably not.
What's his booking rate? Can somebody?
I bet we can get him on Cameo.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Oh, he 100% has Cameo. I see it.
Tezonde Cameo.
$35.
No fucking way.
That's affordable, actually. You think we could pay him like $300 to make a really long cameo and just pretend that he's on the podcast?
Yeah,
yeah, probably.
Like we write a script and we move along with it, but we give him a video that follows the script.
You have to pay to send a message on Cameo? That's fucked. I have to pay $2.99 to contact him.
I'm messaging him on Twitter for free.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, Tezonde, would you be willing to come on the Sewerboys podcast?
Ask him what his rate is.
What's your rate?
Because if
you
it's
do
less,
okay, less than what? Could you do it for less?
Because I'd say I'd pay $100 to get Tezonde on the podcast.
He's not doing it. He's not.
But if we all pay $100,
all pitch in, we could get $400. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
Because then we could say that we had Tezonde on the podcast.
Okay, could you do it for $400? I'll ask him. Hey, Tezonde, would you be willing to come on the Sewerboys podcast? What's your rate? Could you do it for $400?
We are big fans and want to learn about your creative process.
Big fans.
As well as your opinions.
Did an article on him in July 2024, and the title is just Chocolate Rain singer Tezonde. Remember him?
TMZ getting racial. What the fuck?
It's crazy.
All right, I sent it.
All right.
He's 42.
Now we wait.
He also bleached his hair. It looks like he's blonde.
Yeah.
Looking kind of fly with it, honestly.
Nice little blonde fella.
All right. Shout out Tezonde.
My favorite bit to do is to message people on Twitter while we're doing this stuff.
You really do enjoy it. You love sending a DM.
Bill Peduto, unfortunately, has not gotten back to us.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many boogers Jake has in his nose.
Dude, I die every day.
It's like physically impossible. Like the fucking secret to fusion might be in your fucking nose because
something's in there. I got like a microbiome in there.
Yeah, it's creating matter faster than you can expel it, which is concerning.
Yeah, little spaceships come out of my nose every day. Microscopic spaceships. There's a civilization.
Oh my god,
that we can't comprehend.
Fucking A, man. Shit. Well, we've got a sewer scoop, boys.
Oh,
and
let's go.
Tucker, I'd like you to read this sewer scoop.
Okay.
This This incident happened. It's a little dated now, but it happened at the Grammys. But it was people might not know about it, so this is breaking. This is breaking stuff.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All the stars were there. It's the biggest night of the year for the music industry. Donning a peculiar hat, Chappell Roan had just exited the stage after winning the Best New Artist Grammy. The show had paused for one of the many televised ad breaks baked into the schedule when suddenly guests heard loud microphone feedback and various grunts blaring out over the Crypto.com arena sound system. Gasps were heard throughout the arena as none other than the freewheeling Bob Dylan rushed out onto the stage wearing nothing but a bathrobe. Screeching into the mic, he rambled,
"Thank you for this honor, man. I'm so lucky to be here. Did you know they're making a movie about me? And that's why I'm winning this tonight, because my songs are so good in the movie. They tell me this boy named Timmy is playing me now, man. But I don't see how that's possible. You watch the movie, and that's clearly me and all my buddies in it. I don't know no one named Timmy, so maybe let me be myself, man. I went to this incredible Japanese restaurant in Colorado recently where I had California rolls. How do you have California rolls in Colorado? I asked them. They laughed, but I was genuinely curious. Anyway, man, Elvis is alive and he lives in Cambodia. He sends me care packages full of Mekong catfish he catches. I always tell him, Elvis, man, the fish don't make the trip. It's a box of stinky and slop by the time it reaches my door. But he don't listen. You know, I was on one of them planes that flew into the towers, but they threw me out of the back of it at the last second. Al Gore is the president, and you can't eat the yellow pills. It makes you go to sleep.
Bob was quickly swarmed by security, as well as his team of caretakers. Audience members heard them shout things such as, "Hit him with the trank," and "Don't let him near the audience. You remember what happened last time." The large security team wrestled Bob. Mic still in hand, he yelled through grunts. Do I read this? Take me for a ride.
Read this.
Okay.
Jake, read this.
Take me for a ride on the Polar Express. You're Tom Hanks and I'm the little boy.
The security team finally apprehended Bob and lifted the feeble man from the ground. His bathrobe came undone and the audience were given a full view of his genitals. During an interview after the fact, hip-hop upstart turned country music legend Post Malone had this to say. "Dear God, I've never seen a ball sack that long. Bobby's sack was dragging on the floor, and they had him a few feet off. They had him a few feet off the air. That sack might be longer than he is tall." Rapper Jelly Roll added,
"Hey everyone, I'm Jelly Roll."
Despite the incident not being televised, Charlie XCX posted a cell phone recording of the incident with the caption, "Is Bob Dylan brat? And look at the length of that sack." This lit Twitter ablaze and concerns for Bob Dylan's health and safety. For concerns with Bob Dylan's health and safety. His team did not respond to requests for comment.
Oh boy. Well, our thoughts and prayers go out to Bob Dylan and his family, his lovely children and grandchildren.
May his sack recoil back to his body.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a surgery you can get to take out some of that scrotal skin.
Yeah,
well,
there is.
If you can remove skin from someone who lost a lot of weight, I'm sure you could shorten a sack.
Yeah, shorten that scrotum.
They have a new thing that they put like a slinky type of thing in your sack, so if it does fall down, it just comes right back up.
Oh, it bounces off the ground.
Yeah.
A paddle ball.
Yeah, it's like a paddle ball.
Oh.
I'm playing paddle ball with my shit.
I'm playing paddle ball with my nuts off the wall.
That's a fetish for sure.
For sure. Well,
baby, I got us new paddles.
Whoa.
He's like an Indiana Jones whip, but with his nuts.
Well, I think there's guys who stretch their nuts, they want them to be long. It's like the
sack or the nut itself.
I think both. I mean, I think that they're just putting weights on their nuts and letting that shit hang. You know?
No, that's a workout, I think.
Yeah, it helps your core strength.
Sack elongation.
Well, you want those tubes to be stronger because then the cum will shoot harder.
That's true.
Like a water flosser. You ever used a water flosser before?
Yeah, it's like a pressure washer. It'll go straight through somebody if you're not careful. Don't come on your feet because it'll cut right through your toes.
Oh wait! That might have been what happened to the handman. Maybe he was like jerking his shit. He shot. It took a long time, so he shot and he like blew his fingers off or something.
Blowing my fingers off with my powerful load. Oh fuck!
Cleaning my deck with my cock.
Like loading, or you could get like a catheter and load up your body with water, and then, and then use it to clean. This is biohacking.
Have a little like water gun fight with your buds.
Oh yeah. Now me and my buddies in high school we used to play dong grab.
Don't say that online.
Yeah, man.
Don't say that. Don't let people hear about that.
Yeah.
Okay, you can cut that. Well, we used to chase each other around the yard and
we used to chase each other hog free. And we would slap each other in the buns with it, you know?
Well, you can do sack taps, but what, you can't play little dong grab?
Well, we used to play on Boy Scout trips.
Oh boy, oh no!
We used to do this game called Man Peach.
But that sounds worse than
Well,
whatever
I say we, but it was only one person. Shout out. But he would often just take his sack out of his shorts and just wait for people to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy that kids just did that shit. Like, I feel like I knew a couple guys.
For privacy, but
I knew a couple guys in like middle school who would just be like, "Look at my balls."
Oh yeah, like I played sports in middle school, and like we would go to the locker room and for like showers and stuff, but I wouldn't take a shower after practice. I'd go home. Yeah, but there'd be kids in there. They'd be like standing on benches, butt naked, helicoptering. They fucking child beat us.
Oh my god, what fucking school did you go to, man?
Well, I won't say for privacy.
That's crazy. That never happened to me.
It happened quite a few times, and I was like, damn, there's just fucking dick everywhere. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, some kids in my high school. I don't know if I should say this. Some kids in my high school got kicked off of the basketball team like senior year because they just started like jerking each other off on the bus. Well, it was like a prank though. It was a prank.
I think that happened to our high school wrestling team too.
That's not a prank. That's assault.
Yeah, but they saw it as a prank.
Well, were they jerking off somebody who didn't want to be jerked off?
So the prank was they were on the bus and one kid just started jerking off another kid.
But what was it, like a fight, or was it like a
look
at this?
It was like, check this out.
I'm pretty sure that happened at my high school after I graduated for like our wrestling team, but it was like a hazing thing. It was like the team has to jerk you off.
Oh yeah, I've heard stories about that.
It was hazing, and they got in trouble for it.
Yeah, I think there were some kids on my soccer team in high school where they were like, and I can't remember this quite clearly, but I remember like assholes were involved in the locker room. No. And they would like make freshmen like get naked, and I think they would like play with their assholes.
Fred hole.
Yeah.
Maybe I just wasn't privy to it because I nobody told me things, but I don't think anything like that happened at my school.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did.
Some kids got caught fucking in the auditorium. That was.
Oh yeah, that happened twice at my school. One of it ended up being non-consensual.
Oh, there was some on the lunch table fingerings. That was that was like a pandemic. That when they when the kids realized they could finger each other under the table.
When they realize what pussy and finger does.
Yeah. Oh god. I have one story in this vein. It's embarrassing for me, but whatever. In middle school gym, there's this kid that I knew, and he pantsed me in gym class. Of course, I got pantsed a lot in middle school. I don't know why. But I wore tighty whities until probably the 8th grade. This incident actually spurred my transition out of tighty whities. Listen, man, I'm autistic. I never even crossed my mind that it was inappropriate to wear tighty whities. I just thought that's what people wore.
What do you mean?
I didn't know there were.
It's not inappropriate. It's just like a weird choice.
It's kind of like, why are you a young person wearing tighty whities?
Well, nobody had ever told me that there was an alternative.
That's like Bob Dylan sack holding underwear.
Yeah, but I got pants and I was wearing tighty whities. And no one else, it never caught on, but this specific kid called me man thong for the next 6 years. He called me man thong, and no one else. It never caught on. Like no one else called me that, but he did. He always remembered. And he was like a friend. Like I didn't have an issue with it. It was like whatever. I didn't like that he pantsed me. I wasn't cool with that. I think I got pants one time down to the wiener, which I didn't appreciate.
I've gotten pants down to the wiener before.
Yeah,
we had this. You unlocked a fucking super soldier.
Oh, let's go.
Thing in me. Like I haven't thought about this since it happened in like middle school, and it went to high school for like the first 2 years. We would have pants week, where the whole goal was to pants as many people as possible.
That's fucked up.
It was like one of the weeks in May, like at the end of the year, and you just see how many people you could pants. And we also, this one was fucking crazy. We played this game called Assassin.
Oh, I know.
I played Assassin
with the water guns
every year. Yeah, you had a target, and the goal was to get them with the water gun. It got so bad that like some kids shut down the major roadway that went through our town to get somebody. It was insane. They like stopped their cars in the road to get somebody.
Yeah, that's one of those like universal high school experiences where I'm like, where did that originate at? Like,
that's crazy. I thought it was just an us thing.
No, we did Assassin. Insane. Everybody did Assassin.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So when I was in middle school, I was on the baseball team, and I had a sleepover at one of my friends' houses. Whole baseball team was there, and I slept with no underwear. Like I slept with just my jammies on.
Like habitually?
Yeah, that was just what I did.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it was weird until the Drake and Josh episode where Josh said, I don't sleep in underwear, and Drake was like, or no, it wasn't Josh, it was like his replacement brother from that episode. Drake was like, what the fuck? But yeah, so I like get changed in the bathroom, get ready for bed. And this kid, I won't say his name, fucking pants me, and my dick and balls were out, and he's just like was cracking up. And luckily, he was the only kid around, right? Mm-hmm. So I immediately went back in the bathroom, put on underwear. I was like, "This is not happening again. They're pantsing people, and like I'm not fucking around." So we go to the main kid's attic, where everyone's hanging out, and the kid who pants me does it again in front of everybody. But luckily, I had my underwear on that time. Nice. And he was really disappointed. He was like, "No, man, you guys don't understand. Like before his dick was out."
He's in a psychiatric home now, and he's like, his cock was out.
I hope so.
Believe me.
They didn't believe me, but they knew it. He had his wiener out. He wasn't wearing undies under there. I know it.
They called me gay for the rest of high school. His cock was out.
His cock was out. It was funny. I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. I saw his dick.
I saw his little wiener.
It's not gay. I just wanted to see it again.
I just wanted to see it one more time.
I had to show more people. I had to.
I have to show everyone his wiener. I won't get.
I have to show everyone his cock and wiener.
It is crazy how many like homoerotic like things happened in high school. That I think like, and we all grew up in small towns. Like I feel like maybe if things were a little bit more accepted, maybe these kids wouldn't be acting like that.
It's so crazy because like that's the time when like everything was, oh, that's gay.
Yeah, true.
But we were doing probably the gayest shit you could ever do.
Yeah. I think that's common though. I was reading something about how like, or maybe I don't know what it was, but I saw some fucking probably like Twitter video. Because sometimes when I click on a video on Twitter, I'll just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
And it was somebody talking about how like in the military, like it's extremely homophobic, but at the same time, like they're always doing gay bits, you know, like they're always doing gay jokes. But if you're actually found out as gay, then you're like ostracized. It's so weird.
Well, I think gays are, I mean, sorry, guys, not gays. I think guys are like kind of obsessed with their cock and balls. And I, like if we talk for more than an hour off stream, like we typically start talking about like coming. Like that's just what happens.
Maybe it's just
on
this
podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a common experience. Maybe like it's like this is something we all have in common, and it's kind of weird, you know. So it's like and you kind of want to make sure that you're not a freak.
I do miss a good gay bit, like gay chicken, like just getting close to kissing your friend, like. And then you do get a little kiss, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
And that felt kind of nice.
The bit now is us kissing.
Yeah.
I don't know if kids are doing that as much. I'm sure, like, I don't want to, I'm sure.
I don't think the gay bits are happening these days. Too much woke in the school. Shout out Elon.
I
Get
mean,
it out of there.
I don't know. I was going to say, I think kids are afraid of sex now, but I don't want to make any sort of comments.
I don't think kids are afraid of sex. I think they're too comfortable with sex.
Interesting, but they all are mad when sex is in movies. I feel like there's like always
and violence on TV.
Lucky he's a family guy. Whatever.
It's the opposite actually. Violence in movies and sex on TV.
Yeah. Cool. I did see a tweet earlier today that was a scene from Deadpool and Wolverine. That was like Wolverine fucking shooting Deadpool in the head or something.
Yeah.
And they were like, can we just talk about like how this should have just been rated PG-13? And like, while it is all like CGI, I feel like we're just desensitized completely by all of it. Like, of course, none of it's going to hit us because we see people fucking on fire, like real people dying on fire on Twitter, like every single fucking day.
It is. Yeah. We grew up with like very minimal supervision of the internet, but also when it comes to Deadpool, like that's the character. I'm a firm believer that the movies would not have been nearly as successful if it was PG-13 the entire time. It had to be R.
I agree, but I think their argument was that like this stuff doesn't warrant an R rating, even though there's blood being shot out of a guy's fucking head.
That's fair. I can get down with that. I feel like we need to adjust the ratings for movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we should have more X-rated movies or NC-17 rated movies.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Maybe that's where I become prudish because, like, when I'm watching a movie and there's just like a gratuitous sex scene, I'm like, oh, this drops it heavy for me.
Interesting. So you're like the kids. You're like no sex in my movies.
I will say there are points in movies where they'll just have sex or like nudity for like practically no reason.
Mm-hmm. I think it's less common now, though. I mean, you watch an 80s movie, but...
Yeah, every time I see something like that, I'm like, okay, it's dropped like 2 points for me.
Interesting. It doesn't really faze me at all. I don't know. I'm just like, whatever.
It depends on what the movie is, honestly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like... I'm not going to say that on the pod.
That's fair.
Sometimes you got to rub one out.
No, I was going to... Okay, I'll say it, but we can cut it out. Basically, I'm like...
And now an ad break. This episode of the Sewerboys Podcast is brought to you by Brigglebaum's Turtle Eggs. Folks, I voted for Trump, and he told me that egg prices would go down if I did. He lied to me. Chicken eggs now cost $79.99 and 8 ounces of human plasma. I can't afford that, and neither can you. From the world's leading expert in dog milk comes the latest in alternative animal dairy solutions. Turtle eggs. That's right, folks. We're harvesting eggs from turtles now. Sea turtles, tortoises, snapping turtles. They all make eggs, and all eggs taste the same. There's nothing like a turtle egg omelet to start the day. They're full of wonderful proteins that you want and your children need. How did Brigglebaums get so many turtles? Mind your fucking business. When the turtles get old, he turns them into soup for his family. Do you want his family to not have their soup? You monster. Use code Sewerboys at checkout for 15% off your first dozen turtle eggs. And if you're good, maybe Brigglebaum will throw in an extra. Tell him Sewerboys sent you, and he'll let you try the soup. That's SEWERBOYS for 15% off Brigglebaum's turtle eggs. Code Sewerboys at checkout. Thank you, Brigglebaum. Always coming up with something new, that crazy cat. Folks, love is in the air. It's almost Valentine's Day, and I know what you're thinking. I've got some problems in my relationship. Well, look no further than the r/relationship advice subreddit. We're going to do a relationship advice column question about this person and their boyfriend. So you care if I read it?
Go for it.
Okay. My 26F boyfriend, 28M, pretended to be ticklish for months, then suddenly stopped. Is he a psychopath? My boyfriend and I matched on Hinge, and we started dating about 4 months ago. He is a great guy and typically very open and honest. I learned very quickly that he is ticklish, which I thought was cute. His feet and armpit seemed to be the most sensitive/ticklish areas. I don't like hearing about this. He would giggle uncontrollably and get away from my hands as quickly as possible whenever I tried to tickle him. About 2 weeks ago, as we were snuggling in bed, I tried to put my cold hands under his armpit to warm them up. This sent him into a giggle. as I am a bit of a shit disturber. I hate this person already.
The fuck?
I started to play fight and tickled him, expecting him to wiggle and try to get away. But instead, he just looked at me expressionless and didn't even budge and try to get my hands off. I was shocked and I said, "What the heck? Aren't you ticklish?" And he said, "No, I'm actually not." This revelation threw me off so much. I was momentarily stunned. Apparently, he has been pretending to be ticklish this whole time. I asked him why, and he didn't give me a concrete answer. TBH, this made me question my sanity. Even though I know it's probably nothing, it really threw me off. So now, I tried to tickle him. He will put on a "I'm so ticklish, don't touch me" giggle fit until I say, "But you're not ticklish." And then he will immediately stop the laughing and go completely still with the most stoic expression. Is this an orange flag? I didn't even know there were orange flags.
I didn't know that was possible.
What do you do in this situation? It's a lie, but it's so mundane. It's like, what, like...
Stop tickling them.
Well...
Stop trying to tickle your partner. Fuck.
But also, like, in the early moments of a relationship, you definitely try to, like, build something that's not... It's concrete, but it's not, like, all the way there, you know?
Yeah, you want to, like, play along a little bit, I think. I think this person is weird for getting hung up on the tickling thing to the point where it became an issue. It is weird that he kept up the lie this long, but I'm also like, why did you keep doing that? You're
the
weird.
Expression throws me off. He goes like the switch flips.
Yeah, that is weird, but I'm also like, is there an exaggeration?
I think he might be ticklish, and I think he just wants her to fucking stop it because it seems like he does this all the time.
He's just locking the fuck in.
Yeah,
and he's
I get it. This gives the impression that she's doing it like multiple times a day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's getting real fucking annoying.
Yeah, like, can you do anything? Can we do anything else? I'm trying to bake you a pie right now. You're fucking tickling me.
I'm trying to watch fucking Transformers and you won't stop tickling me. I just want to see what Shia LaBeouf is up.
I got a knife on my hand and you're tickling.
Oh my God, I just stabbed myself in the arm because you won't stop fucking tickling me.
Because like, I know I'm ticklish. And when my partner tries to tickle me, I'm like, don't you fucking dare do that.
Yeah, you start kicking.
It's fun at first, but as it keeps going, you're like, stop.
Yeah.
Please.
It's fun for like a split second, and then you just get kind of pissed off.
Yeah. I don't want to be tickled.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable with my body anyway.
Yeah.
Don't be digging in there, fucking. Yeah. Don't be doing all that. And sometimes they go a little too hard, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you're squeezing my fucking rib cage, you know?
They're pinching nerves.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Who have you guys been getting tickled by?
The tickle monster.
Your mom.
Oh, man.
Your mom's rough with the tickles.
I'm looking at some of these comments here. We got a commenter saying maybe he is ticklish and hates when you tickle him, but he knows you only do it because you enjoy watching him giggle. So to stop that behavior, he's pretending not to be ticklish.
Yeah. This other person says that they experienced this. They were like, "Yeah, I did this." So this is not.
I mean, now that I'm thinking about my own experience, like he's not like that bad, you know?
Yeah, like maybe he's not being stoic. He's just locking the fuck in. He's just he's just like. And for the audio listeners, I just locked in.
Yeah. That's how Vinny looks when he locks in.
Someone who is actually not funny or cute. They cannot stop you and they cannot say no. This is very disempowering to do this to any child. It's not a child.
It's an adult. Somebody will let their fucking ChatGPT robot run on Reddit. I love Reddit comments so much, dude. They're so funny to me. Why are you so obsessed with tickling? Fucking stop trying to tickle him. What's wrong with you? I think the conclusion is to stop doing it. Maybe don't tickle people if they tell you they don't like it. Jesus fucking Christ. You're a weirdo.
They're not wrong to an extent. Like, I think it's your partner. Like, you know, it's fun to tickle your partner sometimes. It can be funny, you know? But at some point, you got to fucking know when to stop doing it.
It's just odd to me. It's just like, why are we doing this?
It's weird that they're doing it so often.
Yeah.
They need to fucking come up with new material. Watch a comedy special. Say something funny if you want him to giggle.
Yeah. Put on some Dave Chappelle. See what he's up to. I'm sure it's
like Ali Wong or something, you know?
Yeah.
When she's pregnant.
You and fucking Ali Wong, dude, every time. Your mind
That's my
just
theory, man.
yeah.
It's not that she's not funny when she's not pregnant. She's just at her funniest when she's got a baby.
Yeah.
Cooking in there.
Dude, I can't get. I'm sorry to keep coming back to these comments, but they're just all so fucking funny. This person says, tickling is fucking torture. Knock that shit off. It's not cute or funny. Like
someone said, girl, stop tickling him. Just play with his dick. You crying about that one.
And then I'm not going to read that reply, actually.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, maybe I'll read that.
Yeah, this is crazy. Reply. This is so odd. I appreciate that people on Relationship Vice, it does what it says on the tin. You come here and you're gonna get advice. It's gonna be tough love though. They're harsh.
Okay, this is where it throws me off. Someone commented yes about anything. Oh, it says yes, lying in parentheses about anything is a red flag. I don't see that as the case.
Well, this is actually
appropriate times
me and Tucker we've argued about this before. Our lying argument, because I'm a firm believer in it's okay to tell a little white lie to preserve social cohesion.
Yeah.
Tucker is like an all honest all the time kind of guy.
Oh, honest Abe, chopping down the fucking cherry tree over there.
That was Washington.
Yeah, I am pro honesty or pro truth.
Tucker comes out as pro truth.
I mean, I feel like you can never go wrong just being straight up with somebody.
I think
that's why we get in arguments sometimes, Vinny, is because sometimes I'm too straightforward with you and then you get mad at me.
Well, honesty is the best policy, but it is okay, like Vinny said, if you throw in a little lie that doesn't matter to anything in the long run or to something big, it's okay. Fine.
See, I don't disagree completely. Like, I'm okay with withholding some facts. You know?
Well, some would say that's just as bad as lying.
Here's an example that I always think of.
No,
I don't think so.
Well, here's an example. Sometimes people will. I wear a lot of fun shirts and clothing that is referential to one of my specific interests, perhaps a band or something else, a movie or something, and I'll wear these shirts and people will ask me, "Oh, what's that shirt?" If it's not somebody that I'm close with, I will say, I don't know. I just saw it on an Instagram ad.
I do that all the
time. I know what it is, but I don't want to talk about my interests.
I do that all the time.
How's that conversation going to go? I'm going to say what it is. They're going to be like, I don't know what that is. Then I'm going to have to explain it to them, and they're going to be like, interesting. Okay, have a nice day. That sounds awful to me. I'd rather kill myself.
Can I tell you how the conversation actually goes? Because this happens to me.
Okay, sure.
Oh, what's your shirt? I'm wearing a Modest Mouse shirt. Oh, it's Modest Mouse. What's Modest Mouse? Oh, it's a band. And then you walk away.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It just maybe my shirts are a little bit more experimental.
I put my guard up because when I was younger, like
I am wearing a band shirt.
Yeah. I feel like when I was younger, I couldn't talk about my interests without like someone making a joke. So I would always put up the wall of like, I just liked how it looked. You know?
Yeah, I do think that's it. Like I feel like
I don't want people to make fun of my special things.
I mean, that is really it, I think.
I loved Pokemon as a kid, but then one day people started making fun of Pokemon and me for liking Pokemon. So I didn't have any interest in it for a couple of years, and then I rediscovered it again, and I fell in love again.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with professional wrestling. Same thing.
In elementary school, I used to bring one of my stuffed Neopets to school every day with me. I'd hide them in my lunchbox.
Yeah. What are you... Fucking...
I would make fun of you for that.
Well, I didn't show him to people.
What's in your fucking lunchbox?
No, leave him alone!
Neopet.
Oh no, he's my friend.
They're laughing at you. They're putting.
I'm trying to remember the name. Let me see if I can find this Neopet. Round. He was round and he had 2 little feet. Round Neopet with 2 feet. It's fucking Jub Jub.
Jub Jub.
Oh
this
yeah.
This thing was fucking stupid.
Jub Jub Neopet. Look up. Can you put a picture of Jub Jub in here?
Yeah. Is that a Jub Jub?
Leave him
fucking
alone.
Loser.
Leave him alone.
Is that a Jub Jub? Dude, Oosel's so much fucking better, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wish I could. Tucker, I'm going to send you a...
Hold on. No.
Can you leave that in? Because that was so fucking funny, the way he disappeared.
Wait, I think... Are you going to send me the one from Reddit? I fixed Jub Jub?
No, I'm gonna send you I'll send it on Facebook. How's that?
That's great. Yeah.
Because I need you, because this is the exact one that I had, so it'll add to it. That's what I used to have, that little fucker in my lunchbox every day.
Gotcha.
Because it was a McDonald's toy. I might buy this straight up. Because this is on eBay right now. Oh, the listing ended. Let's see if there's another one.
That is a little crazy.
I would carry
around like a deck of Pokemon cards in my pocket when I was in elementary school.
That's a vibe.
That's cool though. Like people were just.
Did you guys ever experiment with stealing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stole
as a child. Like one time, my neighbor, he had all these little cool Pokemon figures, and I was like, he's not gonna miss these, and so I took some, and I felt really bad about it. I felt awful. Yeah. I never stole again.
Sometimes I would be excused to go to the bathroom in elementary school, and I would rifle through people's backpacks out in the hallway.
What? No fucking way!
That's nuts.
That's crazy.
You have an evil in you.
Oh my god! I used to rifle through people's backpacks. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'd take like a piece of candy from their backpack.
Oh my god! You were looking for candy. That's even funnier.
That's fucked
I
up.
wouldn't take anything big. It'd just be like they'd have a couple Jolly Ranchers in their backpack. Be like, oh, they won't miss this one.
Nah, you were stealing iPod Nanos and shit.
No, I did take a few Pokemon cards, I will say.
Damn. I didn't experiment with theft until I was like 19.
I think I know your theft story if I remember correctly.
Oh well, I did steal stuff from the cafe and at the school we went to.
Yeah.
And you got in like huge fucking trouble for it.
I didn't get in huge trouble. Here's what happened.
You had to go to an office.
I had to go to an office because what happened was I was plastered and I wanted a snack. So I go down to the cafe and I get my snacks. Turns out I was out of like meal credits. So they scanned my thing and they're like, you can't get this. But I was drunk, so I didn't even know what was happening. I just walked away. And then they called me into the office. I had to talk to some guy. I was like, I just stole like a protein bar. And he was like, oh, well, it says here that you stole a Gatorade and something else. And I was like, oh. And then I just had to like pay him like $10 for what it all cost. Oh. So like it was whatever.
I thought. I remember a story of somebody, because that cafe is protected by like bars when it's closed. Like they had like a sliding bar thing. And I remember people would reach through because the candy bars would be up against the thing, and people would reach through and take them. And I thought that's what you did, but that's actually
I never
not
did that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I technically have two stories. One is from middle school. So in middle school, growing boy, they don't give you enough food at lunch.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So me and my friends, we would steal an extra chicken sandwich and put it in our pants. We did that every day for like 6 months.
You're so
everyone
treats me like I'm the fucking freak. Every day I learn a new thing that you did that was weird.
We were grown boys and we did sports, so like we were hungry, man. And then also,
and your first thought was to put them in your pants, not in your fucking lunchbox or your backpack.
No, because we didn't have our backpacks and stuff. It was
What about a lunchbox?
Go through the lunch line and into the little lunch area, and you grab your food.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't have crossed your mind to bring a lunchbox for that specific purpose.
Yeah, so we would go real close to like the edge where you would put your thing. We'd grab 2 sandwiches, put one on our tray, open up our pants, and put the other in the waistband and cover it with our shirt. And then we would hold the tray above our waistband, like real close to our body, so they wouldn't see it.
There was a method.
We'd get to our seat and we pulled out the other sandwich.
Oh my god!
My thing is that I think it's okay to steal food as long as you're not harming somebody else. So like
absolutely
in the lunch line in high school, like that's totally fine. In college, it's totally fine. Because like whatever, the college has so much money and they don't want to. They're giving you fucking. Oh, you're out of credits for your food. I'm starving.
Honestly, I always hated that because there's a lunch room where you just scan and you can get as much as you want, which is why I gained 100 pounds freshman year. But it always made me mad that like they also had like a store. Like I want to get M&Ms and quesadillas in the lunchroom. I don't want to go to your special store.
I only ever went to the cafe. I never went to the dining room.
You never went to the dining hall? Interesting.
Hardly ever.
I spent the whole first year in that dining hall just
rarely would I go there.
I would get French fries and I would cover, but they also had a nacho bar, so I would cover them in cheese and sour cream. And I would just have a bowl of fries with cheese and sour cream, and then I'd get big bowls of ice cream.
Because most of the time I would get food by myself, and I didn't want to sit by myself in the dining area.
Oh,
so just going to the cafe was easier.
So.
The cafe had better food too. I would go to the
cafe did have better food.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the stuff in the cafeteria is slop.
Oh, I would get a sandwich from there, or like the chicken tenders, the quesadillas, man.
Oh. The quesadillas,
the quesadillas got me through some dark times.
Sandwich bar situation. I remember when I was working at Hello Bistro, I'd get off of work right before my acting class.
Nice.
Stop, grab a sandwich, fucking get a coffee from the cafe, then just lay on my bed and watch the Newsroom on HBO. And those were some of the best days of my life. Just being fucking tired and watching the Newsroom, eating those sandwiches. Those sandwiches were mint.
Well, I have a college stealing story.
Oh, okay.
It's technically stealing, but not really. So you guys know the I'm trying not to say the actual name of it for privacy reasons.
Yeah, please don't.
The area.
Yes, I know
that building.
Yeah.
When you go all the way down the stairs, there was a vending machine there. In either our junior year or our senior year.
Okay.
If you typed in any of the options on the bottom row, it just gave it to you for free.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Only
went for the bottom row. So the only things down there were Tic Tacs, gum, and Pop Tarts. I cleared them out. And then I told somebody about it, like someone I trusted. Like they won't tell anybody. And then somehow the word got out, and more people were doing it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got fixed, and I was like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Damn.
Man?
Yeah. That
sucks.
But I had so many wintergreen and peppermint Tic Tacs, so many packs of Stride gum, or Trident. It was Trident gum, and like 15 strawberry Pop Tarts in my bag. It fucking rocked.
Hell yeah,
that is dope.
Awesome.
That is dope.
Yeah, it was only the bottom row. Got it all for free.
Yeah, I went to the vending machine at work the other day and I hit the wrong button because I was in a state, and and it gave me a pink monster, and it was $4. That's too much money for anything that comes in a can.
Yeah.
Is that the strawberry, like ultra strawberry monster?
No, I think it's something else. I think it's.
That's my favorite one. It's the Strawberry Dreams monster. That one fucking rocks. Shout out Strawberry Dreams Monster if you want to sponsor us.
Pink monster. Let's see. I think it's Ultra Rosa, or maybe it is Ultra Strawberry Dreams. I don't know. All these colors are so similar.
Yeah, the Strawberry Dreams one. That's the one.
I think that actually might be the one, but I don't think I could drink that. Maybe I'll save it for Sewer Fun because I don't know what to do with it. I thought about so here's an insight into how my brain works. I was like, I didn't want it. I was like, I'm not gonna drink this. So I was like, I'll just leave it on top of the vending machine for somebody to take. And then I was like, well, what if it falls and hits somebody on the head? Or what if it falls and it slams on the ground and somebody slips in the mess? Then I'm liable. And then I'm going to go to jail. And then I'll lose everything. And
they're not going to track you down for putting a fucking monster on top of something and then it falls on somebody. They're not going to be like, he's a murderer.
Well, let's say the president went to that vending machine.
Exactly.
They take your fingerprints.
Yeah. They'd put me away,
I think. Guantanamo.
But I'm working on it, but that is how my mind works, where in every situation, every decision has to be run through a matrix of how could this end in my demise.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's a waking nightmare. But I'm on pills, so.
Let's go.
Shit, guys. That feels like an episode to me. I don't know.
I feel pretty good.
Thanks for listening. The Sewerboys Podcast drops every Thursday at 7 a.m. on all platforms with a video version exclusively on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please rate us, follow, and leave a review or comment on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that motherfucking bell, and let us know what you thought in the comments below. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and X.com, the Everything app, for exclusive short-form sillies, as well as the most up-to-date information on the latest goings-on at Sewerboys HQ. Did you know that in addition to this podcast, we also do weekly live streams? And not just your typical gaming streams either. Follow us on twitch.tv/SewerboysLive each week for a ridiculous and innovative, one-of-a-kind live experience. If you want to throw us a little scratch to keep this thing running, the best way to do that is by getting a paid subscription on our Twitch for just $5.99. That gets you lots of exclusive features to play with on our streams, as well as access to the complete Sewerboys stream archive. You can also send bits on Twitch, and if you're feeling extra generous, send a tip. And of course, you can subscribe for free using your Amazon Prime to get Twitch Prime. Just remember, you'll need to manually renew that every month. See you next week, folks. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.